Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd be back a lot earlier than this, and I thought I was gonna be able to come back on my own terms, not have to rely on something big happening in the world of Atlanta sports. But here we are. Welcome back to the State of the A podcast. New name. I was gonna have an entire thing dedicated to talking about what this is going to turn into, but obviously something came up. And if you follow Atlanta sports at all, you know exactly what came up. The Atlanta Falcons draft Michael Penix Jr. at number 8 overall after they had already signed Kirk Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million deal. I have so many problems with this draft pick to the point where I don't even know where to begin. But I guess I'll start off with what I thought was going to happen originally. Um, you know, Coming into the draft, I figured Falcons will trade back. We'll be just fine. Falcons trade back, get a couple more draft picks, pick up one of the edge rushers in the draft at like 15 or 16 to 17, wherever we trade back to. And then I thought, you know what? I think that an edge rusher is important enough to where we get him at 8. And then as the draft is going on, there's seeing Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May come off the board. As you're seeing Rome Odunze slip down and down and down and down, you start to think that, okay, Terry Fontenot, his whole mentality, the entire draft season, for the last 3 years, has been pick the best player available. We did it with Kyle Pitts. We did it with Drake London. We did it with Bijan Robinson. So yeah, go out there, take the best player available. That has always been his motto as long as he's been a GM of the Atlanta Falcons. And when we were at the draft party on the field, looking up at the Halo board, and then we hear that with the 8th pick, the Atlanta Falcons take Michael Penix Jr. I think we all just went crazy because there's no way that you have the holes on this roster, on the D line, in the receiving core, in the secondary, and you go out and pick a quarterback at number 8 overall with names like Rome Odunze, Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, Latu Latu, Byron Murphy, Kenyon Mitchell, Brian Thomas. With all those names still on the board, you go out there and you pick a 23-year-old rookie quarterback that more than likely won't start until he's 26, 27 years old, maybe even just going into year 20, maybe even going into the age 28 season being a starter. It's at a point where you don't know what their idea is. We don't know what the hell they want to do. They didn't know what the hell they wanted to do. We found out after the fact that the Falcons did not even tell Kirk Cousins. He wasn't given a heads up that, hey, we might get a quarterback here at 8. He wasn't given a heads up about anything. We just went out there and picked Michael Penix. Penix also came out and said that he had no idea the Falcons were going to be the one to pick him. You want to know why I had no idea? Because apparently We did not even meet with him in Flowery Branch in the pre-draft process. So you're trying to tell me that you think that for the best way for us to win now, because let's face it, this roster is in win now mode. Right? Kyle Pitts is playing on his fifth-year option in 2 years, I believe, in 2026. We are in win now mode, and you think the best way to win right now is not to get an edge rusher to help Grady Jarrett, who's coming off the ACL injury, to help Arnold WKD, to help Caden Ellis, to help Nate Landman, and to end up going out and getting a backup quarterback at the 8th overall pick. Now, I hope that I am wrong. I hope that Kirk Cousins does his thing, he opts out of his contract, and then we find out Michael Penix is that guy at quarterback for us. I really, really, really hope that happens. I just am not seeing a world right now where that happens at all. As far as I know, as of right now, as of 11:32 p.m., the Atlanta Falcons have sold their draft process, and they've made a laughingstock of the city at this point. That's all I got for today. I'm going to hope and try that I can get a reaction for next week, for tomorrow. If not, I will see you guys Sunday night to recap the draft, because holy shit, is there a lot to recap.